The one thing that I've realized is, and I think about this a lot, is often when you're managing people or you're looking at an organization or even working with people, you think like, oh, a person's behavior is a direct reflection of just themselves and their personality. And that's true, but I don't think it's the whole story. I think often the way in which you've structured your organization, the signals that you send people, both with like the types of meetings you have, like for example, this design review, like what message does it send a PM on your team if they have to sit down with the entire leadership team, several layers of leadership, and go through their design with them? And then you give them feedback about, I don't like this button, it's blue, it should be red. Like what message does that send them about the level of autonomy they have? And like I've often been in organizations where we have meetings like that, and you get such like microscopic feedback from like your VP or even your CEO. And then the VP and CEO later will turn around and say like, how come nobody on this team can make decisions? Like, why are people not empowered? Like, why are they asking me what they should do? And I have to say, because you have said, it's not because they're incapable of making that decision. It's because you have quibbled with every single decision that person has made. You have set up meetings in which they have to almost go through every single decision that they've made. And in those meetings, you've then given them as CEO, I think like senior people forget the significance of their title. You have given them as CEO of this company advice about the color of a button. Like these are things that are like, you sort of like self-create these problems. And then everybody has in their personality some spectrum of willingness to like be assertive and make decisions, but you can also really squelch that ability to make decisions quickly, really, really easily, because of the like signals you're sending people and just behavior in general. Like behavior just doesn't, it's not like a one-way thing. It's often like a reaction to you. And I try and think about that a lot when I have like one-on-one interactions with people where I'm like, this person's driving me crazy. And your first reaction is always like, they're crazy. I can't work with them. They're driving me nuts. They're ill-intentioned. And then I think about, oh, like what is actually causing this person to like react in this way? And is it something that I'm doing? Like, am I signaling inadvertently that, you know, like I'm rewarding this behavior? So I think PM leaders need to think about like, what are you incentivizing and signaling that people do? There's always this like, I think it's like this fallacy, you like desire A, but reward B. And you need to be very like careful with yourself about whether you're doing that. And maybe ask yourself that when you see behavior that's like weird or not what you'd want. It's like, did I somehow incentivize this? So from like a cultural perspective, that's why I was asking you like, what it's often the people, but there's something about the structure that I think, and that's why I was asking you, that I think causes like these types of weird shifts.